Okay, take two. I'm going to try this again. So we are working on the importing external data. In your D2L, you have three files. So this is the XLSX. This is the data file that we're going to be working on. And these are two text files. This is the information that we're actually going to be importing into this data file. Okay. Excuse me. So I'm going to go and open up this guy here. I believe that when I opened it up, it was like over here. I had to like scroll all the way over to get to the start here. So to configure your version of Excel, we want to use the legacy import wizard. So we want to go backstage, and we want to go down to options, which is at the bottom. Then we want to select data options, which is no longer called data options, it's called data. It's fine. And then we want to check all the boxes under the legacy import. So I don't know. I'm just going to check all of these. And then we're going to say, okay. Okay, so that is our first thing. There's nothing else. This is a really big white screen, but it doesn't look like there's anything else on here, so that is fine. Then we're going to go for information. So there are two commonly used text file formats. Delimited text files, which is a TXT, in which the tab character typically separates each field of text, or comma separated values, which is a CSV file, in which a comma character typically separates each field. So the one that we have, because we already looked at it, the file type is a TXT, so this means that the tab character separates it. So important tips when using the import: locate and double click the text file that you want to import, follow the instructions in the text import wizard, click help to import, yada yada, and under where do you want to put the data, do one of the following. So to return the data to the location you selected, click on the existing worksheet. To return the data to the upper left corner of a new worksheet, click new worksheet. Okay, and that's the information there. So activity 1. So we want to import the data from the text file grades.txt to this table, starting in cell E. Select it, data, blah, 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 legacy, get text, browse a file, yada, yada. So before we do that, we are going to go back to our D2L, and we're going to grab this text data. So that is now in my download. I can save that anywhere that I want on my computer, but I know where my download file is. And I'm going to grab on that one as well. And they're both now should be, if I open up my my file browser and I go to my downloads, I now have new students and grades both sitting in my downloads folder. Okay, so I know where those are. Now I'm going to go back into my Excel. And then we're going to select cell E1. And then we're going to go to our data tab. And then we're going to, I'm not reading that. So get data drop down button. So this is get and transform data, and this is the get data button. And then we want to go to legacy wizards down here, and then we want to go from text and then browse for the file. So I have saved it into my downloads, and this is, sorry, the grades.txt. So I want this guy here. And then my data has headers checkbox. So import, sorry, I just double clicked it. My data has headers checkbox. My data has headers checkbox. And then we want to say, there we go. And then we want to go with it. Should be tab, which it is. And then we want to go finish to load it in. And we want to do the existing worksheet in that cell. And we want to say, okay. So now we have imported this information right into there. So now we're going to format the cells A1 through to G1 as a table using table style white, medium, 1. So we're back, I don't know, on my home. We're going to format as a table, and it is medium, white, medium 4, medium 11. I don't think that white medium 1 works. Is this white? Oh, there it is there. So this guy here. And it has headers and overlaps. Do you want to convert it to a table and remove? Sure. There we go. There we are. So that is that information there. And it happens to look very similar, so I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, activity 2. So import the comma-separated data from the text file new students into this table starting in cell A6. So A6 is where we're putting our cursor. Then we're going to go back into our data tab. We're going to get the Get Data drop-down wizard, Legacy Wizard without the C. And we want to go text data and browse for the file. We want to go new students and import, or double click when I do it, and that'll open this up. So make sure the checkbox for my data has headers is checked. Is not checked, since this data is going to be part of the table that already exists. Sorry, so it does not have it. And we want to make sure that it is comma. Delimiter should be comma instead of tab. So deselect tab. And then we want to say next, finish. And I want to say, okay, see what that looks like. Yeah, that worked okay. Load it into the existing work. And then answer key. Yeah, it looks very similar. So that's perfect. Okay, and then we want to go on to activity 3. So test prep extension. So copy and paste the activity from activity 1 onto this worksheet starting in cell A1. So I'm just going to scooch my screen over a little bit here. And grab this guy, make him a little bit smaller because he's a little ridiculously huge. Here we go. Okay, so copy and paste there's 2 of them. From activity 1 onto this worksheet starting in cell A1. So activity 1, these guys, control copy and control paste. Remove the row with a student named Susan. So select row 4, cell group, home tab, cell group, delete, and delete rows, or delete cells, doesn't really matter. There we go. Sort the table by age in ascending order. So age, smallest to largest. Age smallest to largest. Insert a new column in the cell H1, assigning history grades for all 3 students. So history, I guess we can just say history, and they all got A. Apply a green fill with dark green text conditional formatting to the cells. So E2 to H4, if the cell contains an A. Okay, so conditional formatting, and we want to highlight the cells and text that contains, and it's an A, and we want to fill it with green, with dark green text, and we want to say okay. There we go. And then I'm going to go back and get my next set of instructions. Oh, there's like a million instructions. I'm like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs here. Oh, and I've lost the word shape format. Whatever, it's fine. We'll work on that. Okay, so change the page orientation to landscape. So page layout tab, orientation landscape, and add a header that shows a page number in the left header field and the current date in the right header field. So we're going to go to our insert tab, and we're going to go to our text group, which is right here, and we're going to go header and footer, and header shows page number in the left and the current date. So we want to go, page number there, and then over here we want to do current date, and then And then that's it. So just click out of it. Okay, then that's that. And my last one is good morning. To set the page margins to 0.75 for the top, bottom, left, right. Okay, so we want to go to page, layout tab, setup group, which is right here. I'm going to go margins, and we want to go custom margins, and we want to type 0.75. Because I'm lazy, I'm just going to control copy, and I'm going to go paste, paste, paste. I'm going to say okay. Under the table, insert a heart shape and adjust its height and width to 1 inch. So we're going to go insert shapes. See if we can find a heart shape in here, right there. And there we go. And then we're going to go into shape format, and we want to go over here, and we're just going to go 1 inch and 1 inch. There we go. So that is 1 by 1, hopefully. And then change the options on this worksheet so that the grid lines are invisible. So page layout, sheet options, uncheck view grid lines. So page layout group, sheet options, and uncheck view grid lines, and then we save it and upload it. Whew. So let me have a look. Very similar, and that is the end. So that is the last Excel that we are going to be doing. Hope this helped.